Hi, this is PR Sundar. So, welcome to this special episode where I am going to discuss a very sensitive topic. Is trading ethical? And many times, many people have asked me this question. Sir, you are selling option and people are buying option and losing the money. So, their loss is only coming to you as a profit. And especially the people who are buying option, they are very small investors. So at the end of the day, you are making money by making some small investors to lose the money. Is this ethical? And before answering this question, so let me tell you one more incident. About few years before, I met one Muslim friend and I told him about this option selling. So after listening to everything, he said, Sir, it is not allowed by our religion. So I said, I do not understand your religion much. So can you please throw some light on it? Then he said, Sir, as per our religion, we are not supposed to sell anything that we do not own. So I said, you know, all the religions, they teach only good things. No religion will teach anything bad. And these rules were written in your religion maybe thousands of years before. That time there was no futures, there was no options. So in the real life, you should not be selling something that you do not own. That's very simple. Let us say you are walking on the road and you find one mobile phone on the road. You don't know whose is that. Let us say you take it. Then that mobile phone is not yours and you are not supposed to be selling that and to get some monetary benefit because that product does not belongs to you. So with that good intention only, so this rule might have been written in the religion, but option selling is something totally different. So it is not that somebody's product is coming to us and we are selling it. Actually, there is no such product. So that's number one. And coming back to the main question, like is trading ethical? Let me tell you, if you are a family man and you are the only person working and making money for the family, if something happens to you and your family will be at risk. So as a responsible family man, you have to mitigate this risk. So what are you supposed to do? You will be just going and taking an insurance policy. Maybe you may pay 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees every month to the insurance company. You take an insurance. If something happens to you, the insurance company will give you a lump sum money to your family so that your family can survive. Now, the question is, insurance companies taking money from so many people, is that ethical? It is perfectly ethical. So here, you have a risk, you want to mitigate the risk, so therefore you are buying an insurance. And insurance companies do this as a business. So the same way, people who are holding the shares, sometimes they are worried that market may crash. So they want to buy some put options to mitigate the risk. And there, we people go and transfer their risk to us. Just like the risk, your family's risk is being transferred to insurance company. Of course, you pay some money for that. The same way here, if you are holding a share and you are worried that the market may fall, you may lose, you are buying an option, put option, and then you are transferring your risk to us. So this is a risk mitigation process. As a family man, you have a risk. As a businessman, LIC is taking your risk to them for some monetary benefit. So the same way here, you are holding a share, you are worried about the market crashing, you are buying a put option. So you are mitigating the risk and that risk is being transferred to us by taking some monetary benefit. We take some monetary benefit because we are taking your risk. So this is the sole purpose of introduction of futures and options. But however, there are people who have made it as a gambling. And even more famous question, is stock market gambling? And when I had an interview with one of the Tamil channels, so when they asked me, I said, nothing is made for gambling, but people can make everything as a gambling. Many people tell me also, sir, stock market should be banned because it's a gambling. And you know, even many Muslim countries where there is a complete ban on gambling, even those countries allow the stock market. Stock market is not gambling, but there are people who make it as a gambling. Just for fun, I used to tell them, there are two guys who are betting whether this particular girl, today she will wear a green saree or red saree. They are betting. So they are gambling. So are we going to say because these guys are gambling, that girl should stop wearing the saree? That is illogical, right? So she wears a saree that has got a purpose. So you can't say, the girls should not wear sarees because some boys are betting and making it as a gambling. So the same way stock market is made for some purpose. If some people have made it as a gambling, it is their problem. You can't say stock market has to close down. So the same way, futures, put options, call options and everything has come for the purpose of hedging, for the purpose of mitigating the risk, for the purpose of transferring the risk from one person to another person. But of course, people have made it gambling. There may be few people who pay lot of insurance premium on their wife's name, and so that at some point of time they want to murder their wife so that they can get lot of insurance money, and that is totally wrong and everybody knows that is wrong. But can we say because some people do like this, LIC should stop selling the insurance? That is not correct. So the LIC or any other insurance company, so their main purpose is to take your risk into their books and by charging some money. So they are actually doing a good things. However, in the ground level, there may be some people who may beat the system, who may misuse this. So it does not mean that this business model is wrong. So the same way in futures and options market also, so everything is done for the purpose of hedging and other things, transferring the risk from one person to another person. But however, as I said, some people are making it as a gambling, and nothing to worry about the gamblers. So after some time, they will lose whatever they have and they will be thrown out of the market. But main problem is that by the time some gamblers, they leave the market, the new gamblers come in. So that's why this gamble goes on. So I used to give another example. So using a matchstick, you can light up a candle and you can read Bhagavad Gita in that candle light, or you can go and use the matchstick to fire a house. So the question is, where is the mistake? Is the mistake with the matchstick, or the mistake is with the person who is handling the matchstick? Everything in this world has been made with a purpose, and there are always people who beat that system and they misuse it for some other purpose. But it does not mean that the creations are bad. It is the people who are bad. And the gamblers, they deserve to lose the money. So therefore, I can tell you, in my opinion, option trading is totally ethical. There is nothing unethical in this. So gamblers are there everywhere. They can make gambling out of anything. So if you want to consider that, nothing is ethical in this world. So therefore, so please understand, so trading is completely unethical game. So there is nothing to feel bad about trading. One of my friends was an insurance agent. So every time when the people ask him, what are you doing? He is not enthusiastic about what he is doing. He used to say, no, I'm just an insurance, like that. And one day, one of his clients died. The whole family was crying. But that family man has insured for a big sum. So this insurance agent told them, don't worry, you will get a lot of insurance money. So he arranged for the insurance money. And from then onwards, if anybody asks him, what are you doing? He says, I save lives. I save families. So, earlier also he was selling insurance, now also he is selling insurance. But earlier he was telling, I'm an insurance agent. But now he says, I save families. So, the whole thing is how you look at the thing. Anything you want to look by putting a yellow glass, everything will look yellow. But if you wear a plain glass, everything will look with their natural colors. So always wear a plain glass, don't wear a yellow glass like unethical glass or something like that. So last time in some meeting when I mentioned, and all these are bought for the purpose of hedging, then one guy asked me, sir, if somebody buying a Reliance put option, he is holding the Reliance industry, so he is worried about the Reliance falling, so he is buying a put option. But then who are the people buying the Nifty put option? Then I said, there are people who are holding Nifty Bs also. So they are worried that the market may crash. So that can be one possibility. And another possibility is that there are about 7,000 stocks in Indian stock market, but there are only about 200 to 250 stocks are trading in futures and options. So the people who are holding non-F&O stocks, how can they do the hedging? So they have to do the hedging through Nifty. Let us say a person has non-F&O banking stocks. A guy who's holding, Andhra Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, Indian Bank, these kind of stocks which are not in trading in futures and options. Of course, I think Indian Bank is trading in F&O, I think. So those people can go and buy a put option in Bank Nifty. So therefore, remember one thing, these options are introduced for the purpose of hedging, for the purpose of mitigating the risk, for the purpose of transferring the risk from one person who do not want to take the risk to another person who are ready to take the risk. And if some people, they just buy options or sell options only for pure speculation, then it is their problem. So it is not our problem. So therefore, let me tell you categorically once again that trading is ethical, trading is ethical, trading is ethical. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.